So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. It's going to be another hot one today, although it doesn't feel super hot at the moment. It's still in the morning. But we're down here in the middle of nowhere, here in Lebanon County, up in a place often referred to as Stony Valley or St. Anthony's Wilderness. I'm down here in Cold Springs today. It's an old ghost town down here, an old resort town. There's a number of those ghost towns down here. There's Gold Mine, Roush Gap. Recently we just did Rattlin' Run. But thankfully the gate at the top of the mountain was open so I could drive down here. You never know with that gate. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed. But I have made several videos down here exploring the ruins. Today we're going to do a little something different. I'm not in the town proper at the moment. I'm right down here where I think it's called Stony Creek. There was a dam down here and a lake one time called Lake Dresden, which was here until 1972 when, what was that hurricane? Oh, yeah, Hurricane Agnes destroyed it. But we're going to do some creek exploring today, I think. Maybe head up the creek a little bit one way and then go back the other way. I brought my big magnet thing along. Let's just see what we can find, you know. Like I said, there was an old resort town here in the 1800s, so we'll see. I'm also hearing some, right next to the Fort Indiantown Gap military base. Sounds like they're flying a big drone up there. But anyway, so you might hear some various noises like that. But anyway, let's get exploring. Yeah, so the road continues on that way up into town, but this right here is the dam, the old dam that was here. You can see how it's raised up. Like I said, they had a lake here for the resort town of Cold Springs. Might be able to hear the water already. Tell you what, the bugs are out today too. Yeah, here it is where the dam goes off. You can see, when you're down below, you can kind of see the stonework and stuff. But from here, you can see what's left of it jut out into the stream there. And then here's a view of it from down below. We were just walking up there, but you can see all the stonework in there. Like I said, the town is more up that way yet, but down here's where the lake was. Yeah, some maps still indicate there being a lake here, but there isn't anymore. So I think we're going to start exploring in this area, make our way up that way a ways. Just see what all we can find. Any artifacts or things like that. Yes, this area back behind here was all a lake. Not sure how high it extended. Of course, this would have been higher too. It all got washed away. But who knows what people dropped in here. It was a lake where visitors would swim that stayed at the resort. I think there was a Boy Scout camp here at one point. Use this lake for swimming. But I do need to quick mention too that this is state game lands, and you're not allowed to do stuff like metal detecting, so just keep that in mind if you're thinking that while I'm here. Why does he have a metal detector? Well, you're not allowed to. I mean, you're not supposed to at least. So just keep that in mind if you decide to come check things out yourself. Keep yourself out of trouble. Definitely like lots of pieces of like some kind of terracotta stuff. What's this right here? Yeah, that's not, well, maybe that is natural rock. It almost look like that, some of that terracotta stuff, but I don't think it is. I think it's just natural, like a red sandstone. Alright, just gave off that color. I'm seeing a bunch of it up in there. Tell you what though, it is beautiful and remote up through here. And check this out. So peaceful. So I did, there's a deeper section here that I skipped for now, but on the way back I'll cover that with my magnet a little bit more. So, let's see what's up this way. A lot of people come here to fish. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but popular place for trout stuff. You can see the little fisherman's trail on the side there. It's just so beautiful back here in a calmer section. Don't really expect to find much up this way. Back the other way, On the other side of the road that we came down on is more where the town was. Some features of it. So if we're gonna find anything interesting, it'd probably be that way. But I'm just gonna go a little bit up this way, a ways, since we're down here. So we're back at the remains of the dam now. I actually left my magnet up in the Jeep, so we might do some magnet fishing here a little bit later. But for now, I'm gonna come make my way down that way. Yeah, but you can see all the different pieces of the dam laying here. I'm standing on a huge section right here. There's one submerged right there, so this was quite a bit higher. You can see some stonework up there, so it probably came up to level with that right there. Looks like we have a log jam up ahead, or perhaps a beaver dam, almost. But I'll tell you what, this water is very dark. It's kind of difficult to see. Even if there was like an old bottle, I would not really be able to see it, but we're gonna keep going. Just keep exploring since we're here. Like I said, why not? It's just absolutely beautiful out here. Yeah, you can still hear, sounds like a drone flying around up there. They do a lot of practice with that stuff here. It could be a plane too, but it sounds like a drone. And I think I see something. You probably can't see it from the glare of the water, but let's see. It looks metallic. No, it's not. It's just a stone. But compared to the rest of the creek bottom, it was a very different color. That was a bummer too. Okay. Yeah, so up that way is a pretty steep drop off, and I believe I kind of wonder if the town dump was, maybe that's the wrong spot, but somewhere around here, up more that way. I remember finding like old teacups and different kinds of trash up that way. Actually, I think it is up that way, maybe. But anyway, kind of wondering if some of that ever washed down into the stream here, though. Let's keep looking. We might do some other exploring here today, too. Not really finding much in the creek. But it's a pretty, wild creek. I found something else that definitely does not look like a rock. That looks like a tooth, almost. Right there. Almost like a shark tooth, but this really isn't shark tooth type of rock, but that's kind of what that looks like. Very pointy. I don't know, you can let me know what you think. What is that? I'm gonna keep it whatever it is, though. It could just be a rock, but anyway. Has the feel of a tooth. I mean, it could be some other kind of animal tooth as well. We're gonna hold on to that. Yeah, so up this way, it just basically turns into a swamp. I think there was a lake back here in the day too. I forget what its name was. But just up that way somewhere is where the cold spring itself was. They had like a foundation around it and stuff. Women from Philadelphia would come here to the resort and hang out. That's up that way somewhere. I think I may be done exploring this section. It's really difficult to see in this water, and like I said, it's turning into a swamp up there. So maybe we'll do some other exploring here. Go head back to the Jeep, get my other shoes on, and I have my water shoes on right now. Maybe walk up the road a little bit, because I remember there being like some, like I said, the town dumping up there somewhere. We'll see. I explored a little bit years ago, but we'll see. You got to be adaptable in situations like this. I didn't realize the creek would be so dark. Of course, these ones out here in the wilderness tend to be like that in swampy areas. Of course, there's some abandoned mine drainage water in here too. But there's also water that comes from swamps and stuff, so has like that tannic acid in it from the swamps and stuff. So it can be really dark water. So I can't really see a whole lot. Like I said, we may do some magnet fishing a little bit later. We'll see how I feel. But let's just go exploring. All right, well, let's head up the road, cross over the bridge here. There's a larger parking lot up this way, which I think we'll park at. Because I haven't really showed you any of the old foundations of the town in this video yet. Maybe at the end we will a little bit, but Let's make our way up this way. Yeah, off down this was where I think maybe the town dump was. So I think maybe we'll go explore back that way again a little bit. Back in there. Alright, then right up here is the main parking area. There's another gate up here which you can't get through. That takes you to where the actual town was. Yeah, you can see it up ahead. Alright, so let's go do some more exploring. We're gonna head down that tree line there a little bit. Like I said, going up this way, up that gate takes you to some cool foundations and stuff. And if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know I've filmed back up that way several times. But you know, this is one of those places that every time you come here, you can find something new. There's just so much history here. In some of those other videos I go more into the history, show you pictures and stuff, but there's, yeah, this place dates back all the 1700s. Some Moravian missionaries were here, then it became like a resort town, Boy Scouts were here, and there's stuff out that way too. And World War II, I think they, of course I said like the military bases right here, but they owned this land too. They did all kinds of training exercises and stuff on this land. There's some remnants of that too, so much, there's so much here, so much history. Alright, heading back down that way takes you to the stream. Yeah, here's this steep drop off I was talking about. The creek we were in earlier is down that way. As I mentioned in the past, I've always found different stuff down here, but I think some of it's not super old, because as you come up this road back in the day, they probably just dumped trash down here too. In fact, I'm seeing some larger stuff down there. But let's go for a little, like I said, I did this years ago. I'm not sure if I was filming back then, but anyway, let's go for a little walk back here so we can find. I mean, it does make a nice little spot if the town is right up there, this is the kind of places they would dump their trash. See, like right here is a piece of plate, it looks like. So this is like a resort town, so there's a big bee. Looks like there's something over here too. Oh, that's just a mushroom. It looks more like another piece of plate. Nothing really on it. All right. But yeah, it's a swamp down there though. That's what I said. That's why we didn't really continue. Oh, here's a bottle. This doesn't look old though. Yeah, it looks newish. Yeah, there's nothing old about this one. I don't think so. It's all busted up, yeah. Alright. We hear some more mushrooms. Right there. I think it's a arusula. What did you call it? Red-capped one. Oops. Alright. Mushrooms are definitely coming up. There's some bright white ones up there. I think I might know what those are. Some ones right here I almost passed by. There's a bright one here. That might be something called yellow patches, which is in the Amanita family, which is poisonous. That's what I'm thinking this is too. These look like the what they call the death angel or the destroying angel. These white mushrooms with the little, they do have the little veil underneath it there, so I think that's what this is. The poisonous destroying angel. And obviously with a name like that, you don't want to eat that mushroom. It's called the destroying angel for a reason. You have a lot of brick laying right here. There's a whole pile of it right here. So just probably someone backed up to the edge of the field here and just dumped it down here. That could be old, or like could be, you know, just not terribly old, like a couple decades old. I see, looks like a roll of wire down there, fencing or something. All bricks laying around all over the place. Tell you what's nice to explore back here. It's not all overgrown and thorny. Kind of is a little bit of a trail going through here. Yes, there's mushrooms everywhere back. There's one down there. I think we can zoom in on that one. I believe that is the Amanita muscaria, or the fly poison mushroom. Pretty sure that's what that is. That one's also poisonous. In that same family, the Amanita family. There's another one right here. Don't know what this one is though. Alright, I'm supposed to be looking for artifacts, but we're finding mushrooms everywhere. Yeah, that drone is really loud. Anyway. They gotta do what they gotta do. Yeah, this looks like a spot where someone was digging at one point. I think I remember encountering it last time I was here. That's what this looks like. Someone's yeah, because there's a pit here and there's a pit up there, so people were digging in here looking for artifacts and stuff. Not sure if they found anything in there, but there's little pieces of glass. What's this? Another piece of a. Oh yeah, here's another piece of like a plate or bowl. Looks like a typical like stuff you find at a restaurant or hotel. So yeah, just a reminder once again. You know, this is state game lands, and you get caught digging back here like this, they're not going to be too happy about it. So same with the metal detecting. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, once again, so I have no doubt that this is kind of like really dumped. Yeah, I'm seeing more dig holes up here. Alright. There's probably a lot of cool stuff down in there in the swamp, but I'm not going to go down there. More mushrooms. You might hear some other guns going off over there. That's, once again, it's on the military base. Yeah, in their dig hole. Yeah, I think here's another big mushroom. I think these are called fawn mushrooms or deer mushrooms. I believe that's what this one is. If I'm correct. They have that look to them. And they have gills, yeah. Alright, well I'm not going any further into that stuff today. I don't feel like battling thorns. And we're not going down into that. You can see the swamp. I don't want to battle that either, so I think we'll head back and explore somewhere else since we're down here. Yeah, I just remember there being a lot more back here kind of laying on the ground. Like I said, like old teacups and other things. But yeah, definitely a lot of people were digging here some time ago. Alright. Let's head back. Find another place to explore. Alright, let's head back this way. Wasn't necessarily planning on coming up this way today, but let's do it. Drone and all. I can never see it up there, but it just keeps flying around. Alright, well someone left the remnants of a rubber ducky here. Anyway, we'll just let that go. And just up here was the heart of town. There's actually some foundations back in here. They had a bowling alley back here, a one-lane bowling alley. It was right back in there. There's a bunch of foundations over here. I believe this was like an old, what they called the caretaker's house, is right in here. And the post office was right on that foundation up there. Up this way is where the hotel was, up there. You can kind of see the remains of the retaining wall for it. And of course up that way is the old railroad bed, now the Stony Valley Rail Trail. There used to be a railroad station up there too. We got all kinds of cool steps. Like I said, this was the caretaker's house. And there was a post office up here, right up there. And like I said, up in there was where the hotel was. The retaining wall is not the foundation of the hotel. Kind of gets confused for that. It's just a retaining wall. The hotel burned down, I think, the late 1800s. Down this way is where the spring itself is. There was a spring house and a bathing house down this way. I think they called this, going down this way, was the Grand Avenue or something like that. So in the future, I'll come back here again and do a more thorough video. I have been, like, I think I filmed this place like several times, showing the different foundations. But every time I find more foundations. But I do have a book that has different pictures of what it used to look like here. But I'm not going to show you those pictures today. Today I'm just kind of exploring. But I think I've been meaning to do a video here again. Alright, let's head down to Grand Avenue to the bathing house. Yeah, and off to our right, there's a trail that goes that way too. There's another spring out that way that's encased in stone. I think if I remember correctly, that was called Magnesia Springs. Maybe they thought it had healing powers or abilities. Yep, so we're heading down the Grand Avenue. This is where, like I said, rich folk from like Philadelphia and places like that would come here, mostly the women, to escape the summer heat on days like this. And they soak their feet and whatnot in the bathing house down here. And today, it looks like this. Yeah, so here's where the spring house was located. You can see they have a big grate on top of it right now. Keep animals out, because that's definitely a hazard. You got some remnants of some steps coming down here. Yeah, you don't want to. I don't know how deep that is, but I don't think you want to fall in there. Like even like if a deer just came through here, tried to drink, fell in there, they're not getting out. Then you have a big stinky mess. Okay, this was. Whoops. That's rotting through. Because the whole thing comes up. Yeah, just another feature there. That needs to be replaced. And then you can see, oh, there's some pipe work here too. Oh, I mentioned, oh yeah, this is another piece of history. There was a water bottling company here at one point too that used this water. They would sell it. I think that's some of this pipe work is for. You can see the channel going all the way down to where the bathing house would have been. Walk over this side. Okay, here's some more. I'm not sure if I remember seeing this before. Stuff here, but right next to the... Yeah, here you can see if there is a foundation here. This is the bathing house. There have been some rich women, you know, showing their white ankles as they sat in here. It was like a building enclosed this area, but yeah, a lot has changed since then. Now at the end here is where the water came out. And our creek that we were in earlier, just not down this way, but way up further, that's Stony Creek, but once again, it's just a swamp down there. But you can see the water flowing through. There's an interesting little feature right here too. The water's flowing under. Anyway, yeah, let's go. Oops, slippery rocks. Go ahead, walk down here just a little bit. Beautiful back here though, with all the ferns and the trees. Yeah, it just turns into a swamp down here. So down that way was the bathhouse. And this is the Grand Avenue again, going up to the hotel, but there's an orange blaze trail, which looks like it has been reblazed recently. You see the orange blaze on that tree right there. Yeah, because last time I was here, you could hardly see the blaze marks, and there's all these trees have been recently cleared through here, so someone has cleared things up back here quite a bit. So that other spring is back here somewhere, Magnesia Springs. Let's see if I remember where it is. But like I said, sometime in the future I will do a more thorough video showing you pictures and things of stuff back here. Added to my abandoned ghost town playlist. this really isn't the time of year to actually be doing a thorough explore with all the overgrowth and the heat and the bugs and stuff. But I gotta try and remember where that spring is. Alright, I think I see it down here. It's kind of off the trail. There's a faint path leading to it. If I like this one, it's more easily, it's not all overgrown around here. It's got steps leading down into it. Yeah. Oh, there's a frog down there in Magnesia Springs. Hey, buddy. I like this one. It has the steps going down right into the spring. So not sure how deep this ever was, but I guess people came down here to soak in it. Interesting, but it's not just all moss covered and beautiful. Just out here in the wilderness and with a drone flying overhead. And when I say drone, I don't mean like a little drone. I'm talking about those big military drones. Pretty sure that's what that is. Unless someone wants to correct me that knows better. Yeah. Yeah, but you kind of have to wonder if they thought these waters did have healing powers. It was like that a lot back in the day. They had all kinds of, you know, mineral springs that had high mineral content. They thought that, you know, different, if you soaked in it, it would heal your different ailments and stuff like that. Who knows? I'm not gonna find out today though. I'm not going in there. All right, well, I'm gonna find a spot to hydrate up and have a little snack. But I think I'm gonna keep exploring. Like I said, every time there's so much here to run into and find. I think I'm just gonna walk around this spring a little bit. I don't know if I've ever really done that in this area. So, but anyway, eventually we'll make our way back up to the hotel, and I'm not sure what I'll do then. Earlier I said it wasn't so hot, but it's starting to heat up now. A lot of bugs too. All right, well, break time is over. There's our magical little spring. I'm gonna explore down here a little bit. Looks like there's almost, I feel like I can see like old like paths going down through the woods. I'm not sure. I think we'll go explore down this way. Almost looks like a raised area over there too, but I do like how it's open in this area. It's not all overgrown with thorns and stuff. Not sure if I've ever been down this way. Like I said already, there's all kinds of stuff hidden in these woods. I'm not showing you everything in this video, just kind of randomly exploring stuff I've found in the past. There's all kinds of stuff back here throughout this area to see. Like I said, that should be for another video someday. So here's a big oak tree, a white oak. He was probably here back in the day when the hotel and everything was here. He's the biggest tree around here. Because you have to realize that too, that in the 1800s, you know, this whole area was logged out. Probably wasn't too many trees here at all. But this guy, I think he's a survivor. Back in that time, he has that feel to it. He's a big fella. Yeah, our spring that we were at earlier is just, where is it? Just up there, I think. So, yeah, I'm gonna say that he's been here for a while. Almost feels like there's an old road coming down through here. But anyway, I should give it a name. There's one last look at that spring down there, and here's where I guess this is the outflow from it. Here's another little spot. But yeah, one last look at the magical spring. Oh yeah, you can see here's the outflow. So this is all like there's like a culvert here that drains it out down that way somewhere. Huh. You know, I have mixed feelings about places like this. On one hand, I kind of like the remoteness of it and the fact that it's all kind of overgrown and not a ton of people come here. If you come here on the weekends, you'll probably encounter some folks, but places like this spot down here, not too many people know about. I mean, people know that these ruins are here. But at the same time, I feel like a place like this should have, you know, some plaques and some information boards describing what was here. Maybe some more work done, clearing things out a little bit. But if you do that, then more people come and it kind of loses that, I don't know, that special feel. And if you're familiar with the area, you can stay on this trail. Of course, where I was earlier was down there. There's another trail down there. They meet up here. And that takes you all the way out towards what's called Yellow Springs. Looks like it's been some work has been done to it. I hiked this years ago. It was very overgrown at sections, but there's a neat spot down there too. Remains of an old sawmill dam, foundation of the house and things like that are down that way. About 3 miles down that way. Well, maybe not quite 3 miles, but a bit of a distance down that way. All kinds of secrets and mysteries and things hidden back in these woods. That's why I love this area so much. Stony Valley, or sometimes it's called St. Anthony's Wilderness. And just more foundations. We're heading back towards the hotel now. There's all kinds of foundations up through here. I'm not going to show them all today, like I said, but amazing area, lots of history. Beautiful old stonework. Alright, well, that was a fun little explore day. Ended up doing more than I thought I was going to do. Didn't spend as much time in the creek as I was kind of planning. The only thing I really found was maybe that one thing was possibly a tooth. I'm not sure. But look at it when I get home. But like I said, it's always fun. I love this area back here. So yeah, maybe this fall when it cools down and the foliage dies back a little bit, I'll do a more thorough video again on this spot. There's so much I didn't show you in this video. There's a lot back here to see. But like I said, it is heating up. So I think we'll call it a day exploring. As always, folks, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.